having a guy that was so goddamn scared, you know, and he was wearing a patch.
Welcome to this episode of Chattin with Staxx. I'm your host, Bill Staxx, and today I got PeeWee, Goldsmith, and Repo Rod.
You know, if I would have known, you know, the old Faces song, you know, ooh la la, if I only knew now what I knew back then.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, bro, if I would have known they were going to smoke me for $80,000 on that building, I would have kept all my shit and sold it.
Yeah.
Had people selling it and everything to make up some of that money that I got burned on.
But, you
know, I thought everything was legit, you know, and
they burned you on this store up in Laconia too, right? Or
no, just my shop in Sturgis.
Sturgis shop, yeah. So the clubhouse, the Sturgis shop, a whole bunch of stuff. I got a question that the viewers put in for me to ask. They want to know what you guys think of the new breed that are coming into the club.
No respect, no honor.
It's not what it's portrayed to be, as PeeWee state. Brotherhood, the biggest lie ever told. There's a lot more to it that the outside world doesn't understand, but it's not what it looks like. All I can say is, if you're not there, man, if you're willing to lose your life, your income, your family, your home, everything, go for it. But other than that, man, stay the hell away from it.
Yeah, because the brotherhood is not there. They say that it is, and that's what I was, same as Repo, that's what I was looking for, Billy. I was looking for a solid brotherhood. And we were pretty close brothers when I was in the Sinners, a little club I was in. It was only in 3 states, maybe 50 total members within 3 states. But we were close, man. We get together, you know, we cook out, we hang out, we go to bars together. It was always the only time with these guys was club stuff, you know. There was and the ones I got to say that were really, truly brothers, like me and Rod are now, we knew each other, but we were always going in different directions with the club. Now that we don't have that direction to go anymore, man, we're just concentrating on what we have. And these guys, man, every one of these guys you could talk to on the phone, just like me and Repo. Every time we hang up, okay, bro, later, love you, man, love you, brother. And all these guys, you know, Bandito, whatever, you know, whatever they were, we all get along.
I think
that's what it should be.
If I'm right, PeeWee, I think our number right now is around 150.
It could be.
Yeah, I think it's right around 150 guys that range multitude of different clubs out there. There's no animosity, no patch in between us anymore, no bullshit. You know, if I got to get down and dirty, these guys that I'm with now, this thing, I trust them more than I trusted the guys I was patched with, because I know where a lot of them are coming from and where they've been. I just seen, even in my own house there. So, you know, we know for a fact there was 2 paid informants in Philadelphia, paid rats for the government. And there was probably more. And it goes straight across the board. It's not just there. That happens many, many different places from east to west. You know, a guy gets, there's no heart like there used to be, man. You know, you got a case, you suck it up, you eat the time, you come out, and you move forward. Now they get pinched for like a 1 to 3 year. They start to tears, crocodile tears are going. I'll tell you whatever you want to know, just so I don't go to jail. Nah, I'm good where I'm at now. I don't need that shit.
Did you ever meet Thomas Wood?
Oh, I have. Yeah, I have.
What did you think?
He was a great guy. I went to his funeral too.
Yeah,
and it was a ton of people there. Ton of cops too. But there was a ton of cops, But Tommy, man, he was a great dude, man. I got pictures of him with the other guy standing around the fire barrel in front of the New York clubhouse. You know what I mean? Back when they were prospecting. I swear to God, and those guys, when they were hanging out there, I always Staxx. I would always walk outside. Hey, man, what's going on? And I get to know them because in New York, yes, Repo, they make the prospects stand outside. They're not allowed in the clubhouse at all, bro. 20 below zero, they're out there. Yeah. I know that. I know Derek, who's part of my group there. He stood out there. He was a young kid. He was 18, 19 years old. He stood out there in a freezing cold weather for 2 days. I would bring him coffee and shit like that out to him and say, "You all right?" And he goes, "Yeah." He had the fire barrel, and then after the guys pissed off the cops took the fire barrel. More. That's it. Done.
Hey, Bill, I'm going to throw something in here real quick. In some of the podcasts I've done with you, we were mentioning Tommy throughout there. A couple of times we said the name Thinker. Thinker they used when he was a pagan. Because I've got a couple people outreached that I'm a horrible person because I used the name Thinker and he never wanted to be called Thinker again. We referenced the name that he was called in the pagans as Thinker. Tommy was called Tommy as a Hell's Angel, not Thinker.
So they never reference him as Thinker.
No. Not when he was a Hell's Angel. He was never called Thinker, ever.
I've never even heard that name. I always call him Tommy.
Yeah.
Yeah, the news used it quite a bit. When the news was reporting on his death, they used that word a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, did they? I didn't know that.
And he's been gone 19 years now. Somebody in a shitty little message they sent me said he's been gone 25 years, and I'm going to find their address and I'll mail them a book, Math for Dummies. But you can take your shitty message and put it where the sun don't shine, as far as I care.
Yeah, you know how people are. They they try to be they were closer, this and that. So I want to ask you guys, what direction do you think this club life is going in, and what do you think's in store for the future of either the Hells Angels or 1% clubs out there across the country?
I think across the board that they really got to clean up and tighten up, and it's just all these new ways that they use different laws against you, terrorist laws that were never written to be used against an American citizen. They utilize that to jam somebody up and jam multiple people up, jam a whole charter up, and it's going to break things down. And the wars got to stop, because that's really going to demise the clubs across the board. And that goes for all the clubs. You got to clean up, tighten up, and stop the wars, which, people are people. I got to say that it's not that the club is going and instructing you to go out and have a war with this one club, but you got to be better people with one another, and or you're going to deteriorate everything. And then some of the new guys that are coming in, I can tell you numerous times, man, listening to the bullets flying, and having a guy that was next to me piss his pants. He was so goddamn scared, and he was wearing a patch, pissed himself, and cried like a 2-year-old. Man, you need to go home, because if you're scared, you're not in the right place. You never know what could happen.
You never know who's around you, right, bro?
Right.
I mean, some of these guys standing around you, you're looking at them like, hey, like what Rod said before, us guys now, I would hesitate in a minute to get down or do whatever. And I know they'll jump in. Some of these other guys, when I was in the club, I even had them in my charter. Some of the biggest, I thought they were cool kids. They were kids. You're trying to bring these people in. You think, oh, I'll change them. I'll better them. I'll mold the kid, make him right. And I had this kid named Brandon. He was, he thought he was a tough guy, but he wasn't. He was a big pussy. And then, I like I said, I had one guy I found out he, cross dresser. I mean, you could go on and on,
So wait. What happens when you find out one of your members is the cross dresser? What happens?
Well, I didn't know it until like after, the charter was shut down and I already quit. And I went to prison. He went to prison. And I saw him after we got out of prison and stuff when we were talking. And he says, he says to me, yeah, man, when I first walked into the cell, he was laying on the top bunk, and he was a big dude, right? And he said he's all, I seen the guy. They call him Animal too. He was in there for a double homicide. And when cross-dresser walked in there, he said, "Hey, I just want you to know, as soon as you get situated here, I'm gonna fuck you." And I looked at the dude, and he tells me this, and I go, "What'd you say?" He says, "I told him, hey, I don't play that. I don't play that." Now I know somebody where he was staying, he lived, and then he found in the garage a box of like women's underwear, dresses, dildos, all this shit, right? I don't know, he's ramming up his own ass, dressing up like a woman, the whole thing, man. So he tells me then when he went to the shower, there was this big black dude standing by the shower, and he told me, yeah, I'm going to get some of that. And I says, wow, man. And he goes, what? And I said, I feel bad, because, man, I was there through like almost total 3 years.
And they didn't want me, right?
Nobody wanted to fuck me.
What the fuck?
The only ones that fucked me was the club.
Oh, man, that's a good one.
Hey, PeeWee, with that, I got to say, guys, if you're watching these videos, these casts, and you're out there and you're out, man, reach out to us. Talk to us about coming around, and there ain't no dues, man, nothing like that. We don't
prospect patch and
there's no prospecting, there's nothing, man. It's guys that were there, and it doesn't matter which one you were in. And I can remember meeting the Outlaw, I think it was at the one run. I can remember him from back in the day. And if I'd have seen him back in the day, things would have been different, man. He came over. He knew who I was. He said hello to me, shook my hand. He says, we're in a different place. I said, yeah, man, we're all good. As long as you remember, we're all good. He and I wound up going up someplace up in the mountains for a few hours and hung out and drank.
How did you feel to be able to be cool with these people that you were once trying to kill?
It's easy, bro. It's easy. I swear to God, I really can't explain it to you, Staxx, but it's easy. I got one guy who was an outlaw, quit the Outlaws and joined the Banditos, and was a Bandito the rest of his whole life. And now he's out, he's like in his 70s. But yeah, he comes and he sends me stuff from everywhere. He travels around on his bike. And he's super cool guy. It was like in Little Rock, Arkansas. And he hits me up, and I just tell him when the party is, and he comes to it. He's not on Facebook or anything like that. That's what's hard, You got to be on Facebook, and you find me or something. I accept you as a friend, and then I can add you.
Yeah,
that's where it is. Little Rock.
Repo.
Little Rock.
Little
Arkansas.
Rock.
That's where you have the runs.
No. I have them at my house. Then everybody knows they run my name and find my address.
You should put it on your website. Just put a link on your website. They could all be able to.
Yeah, throw it. We'll tighten that up and put some emails out there so people can get a hold of us that were ex-club members from whatever walk of life. After we get done with this people.
Yeah, because you can ask Repo. We got the guys all here that are gunsmiths. They make guns and stuff. They'll bring AK-47, everything, man, pistols, and we'll be shooting away in the backyard here. There's nothing around me, right, Repo? There's nothing but trees, man.
I mean, PeeWee and I don't touch any firearms because we're felons.
Right.
You just watch, right? You just clean up.
We just watch.
That's right.
Yeah. Just kind of clean up the empty shells.
We just pick up. We don't even pick up the sponge.
We don't collect the brass.
We sweep them up and never touch them.
So what's in it for the future for you guys? What's going on with the future for both of you guys?
The future's great. The future is great. I'm going to be, well, if my girl has her way, I'll be married in about 2 or 3 months. If it's my way, we'll be married in about a year.
Just give me a good notice, bro, so I can make it.
Oh, absolutely. You know, we're going to move from where we're at now, and it's a great thing because I've already got tight brothers right where we're going to be going. It's going to be really, really a good life, man. Like, you know, I finally got a good girl I'll put it this way, an old lady that knows how and when not to open her mouth. Back in the club life, they were far and few in between. You know, I've said that in the cast I did with you before, Bill. I've seen dudes get beat up, thrown out because of their old ladies, because their old ladies believed they wore a patch and that they could dictate how things took place. And
if I were the president, she said.
Yeah, that was out in front of the Philly clubhouse one night. We were leaving, I think, to go up to the Connecticut Nomads, and we're inside, and that was even before Tommy got murdered. There was one that sat out there. I won't mention her name, even though I know it, unless you keep sending me shitty messages. Well, if I was the president, we wouldn't sit out here for hours before we went to a party. Mm-hmm. And I think it was another 2 hours that they sat out there before they left because of what she had said.
It serves her right?
Oh, yeah.
PeeWee, how shocked were you that Rod showed up to BA's?
I was shocked because I knew he set out when he called me. He said, "Hey, I'm leaving right now," and he was leaving in his car. I was thinking, man, it's taking him a long time. So I got a room. When I got there, I says he's gonna be tired. I got a room with the 2 beds, and I knew he was set when he got there. You know, if he did or if he didn't, I still had the room. But man, he turned around, went and got his motorcycle, came back.
Yeah, the car shit the bed, right? Car shit the bed.
Man, dude.
Yeah.
And then, you know, it was weird because one of the old Michigan members, Jay, I saw this guy Sonny, and me and Repo. It was good. See, and I still talk to those guys. I still do since that funeral. And Jay brought me his bike, one of his bikes, and I was riding his bike. Yeah. And man, dude, we left for the funeral in the morning. It was sunny, hot. My head got burnt really bad.
Oh yeah, yeah. It was warm.
Yeah, and I mean, my head was glowing like a tomato. And we were flying down this back road, these country roads. Bro, all I had was sunglasses. You know, I couldn't get a pair of clear glasses. So I got the shades on, man. I'm trying to like lift them up so I can see. I remember when we were riding, we were hauling ass. And I was up front with this guy that was showing us which way to go because obviously, we're not from there, Michigan. So this guy's taking us down the back roads. He's leaning over talking to me, he's yelling something to me. And I'm looking straight and I could barely see, like I said, out of glasses. Bro, I saw the biggest fucking raccoon run across the road. And he just missed it. He just missed it. It just like cleared his tire. And I looked and he didn't even know it. I thought to myself, man, that would have been my luck. His bastard would have crashed into me,
Yeah.
Because like Repo says, we get used to riding with each other. And we don't know we ride. This guy I was riding next to was irritated me, It was just a matter of time before I was going to get up and smack him one,
Oh, man. Yeah, it was bad. We went down the ramp. He's next to me, and he's like right over in front of me. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah.
If I didn't get over in the shoulder, he came over right into where I'm at. I'm like, I'm looking at PeeWee like, what the hell's this guy doing? He can't ride.
You got to keep formation, right?
Right. And he was trying to show off, like, I had a fast bike or whatever the hell it was.
Yeah.
I was just trying to see and stay alive, bro. Going down, I mean, because we were flying pretty fast.
Especially riding with Rod, the way Rod rides.
No street lights, no nothing. We're on a country road, bro. It was pitch black. I didn't even know how I saw that raccoon. I think I saw that raccoon from everybody behind these headlights. I saw that raccoon, yeah. But yeah, the club itself is just changing in a bad way, I had no animosity toward them or anything like that. I mean, I'm pissed off they ripped me off on that shop. But I'll deal with that the way I got to deal with it. But other than that, I was happy being a Hell's Angel and shit. I just didn't like it when I started seeing the way it was changing. It was changing for the worst, And now, I mean, it's probably as bad as it's. I hope as bad as it's going to get, and don't get any badder.
Yeah. What do you think about them throwing out Chuck Zito? How bad?
I say, who cares?
Did you ever think it would happen?
No, because he was pretty much up their ass all the time, Yeah. That's why I cut my ties with him.
With Chuck?
Yeah. He came over, we went out to eat and stuff, and he's, hey, when you ran this city, man, you had the city under control, PeeWee. It was all you, Now look at this shithole, and then they tell him, hey, don't go talking to PeeWee anymore, or you can't come around. And whoop, that was the end of that. Which I was happy, I was thinking,
now he can join your. Now he could
all
join
that ass kissing. All that ass kissing he did was for nothing.
Yeah.
All that Botox in his lips and shit. What a waste.
Now he can join the Facebook group.
Right.
He's out bad.
I don't think so. He's out double bad with us.
Yeah, he's out of that group too, right? Yeah. He's not allowed.
Right.
This is great. I'm gonna have you guys on again.
All righty.
Yeah, we'll chop it up. This has been a really great one. People are going to enjoy this one. Cool. Thank you guys for joining me. I appreciate it.
Talk to y'all soon.
And make sure you go check out PeeWee's book, Brotherhood, The Greatest Lie Ever Told. PeeWee Charles Goldsmith. Thank you guys.
You got it. Have a good night.
If you guys like this show, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. And if you don't like the show, too fucking bad, start your own podcast.